Alright everybody, welcome to the trailer home. I want to tell you about the best printer I've ever owned. Sorry about the video quality, got camera on the way. The audio quality probably not too good either, but we're working on that too. This is my first video, so cut me some slack. I may ramble a little bit. If I do, then smack me back into place. This is Country 3D and I'm Walter. Alright, just to let you know, the greatest printer I have ever owned is this one right over, come on, over here. This one, right there. That is an Anet A8, or what's left of an Anet A8, and we'll get into that in just a second. Let's go back to my other camera. Okay, and the reason that it's the greatest printer I've ever owned is because of what I've learned while owning it. It's not a great printer. Let's get that straight right now. I ordered it as a kit on eBay after doing some research and hearing that you could get a 3D printer for under, a couple $100. I had been waiting because I really didn't need a 3D printer. It's another hobby my wife said I'm getting into, but dude, it's taken over everything since I got it. I ordered this kit. The kit came in and it was a kit. The instructions were crap. I watched videos online for the whole week while I was waiting on it to get here. And my lighting sucks in here, so I'm going to have to get some more lights. But we got the kit. It took me about, I don't know, 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours tops to put it together. Some people talk about 6 and 8 and 10 hours, and I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? Taking a nap? It's really not that difficult to figure out. It's a jigsaw puzzle, and if you've ever done puzzles, this is one. But I got it together, and lo and behold, 3.5, 4 hours later, it printed. Didn't do a bad job. Didn't do a great job. Printed this, as a matter of fact. This was actually my second print. Here, let's see. This was actually my second print because I screwed up my first one, which is my fault. But as I said, I had watched a lot of videos about how to calibrate, what you needed to do, to this and this and this. If I'd have watched 0 videos and I'd have got this kit, it would have printed like shit. Excuse my language. Because it was difficult. You had to make sure the bed was level. You had to just the things you have to do with a 3D printer. It's nothing different from most of the others. Kits, Chinese cheap kits at that. But I've learned so much. I've learned what to look for when you're too hot, when you're not level, when you're not close enough to the bed, when your flow is wrong. All of that. I've learned how to update firmware. I've learned how to change firmware to make it do pretty much what I wanted to do. All of these things I've learned from this printer. I swapped it over to a Bowden. I learned how to do that. I printed frame braces. I learned the importance of stability in a frame when this thing's going back and forth. I learned so much from this kit. Now, would I buy it again? Yeah, I would. I would buy another one to give as a gift to somebody that likes to tinker like me. Would not buy another one for me, no. As you can see back, other shoulder here, I'm working on another printer that I printed. That's why it's called RepRap, because it's replicating itself. I wanted to learn about 3D printing, and the best way to do that is with a kit. Now, is this the best kit to use? No, probably not. There's better kits out there. Are there kits that are going to teach you more about 3D printing? I'm not sure. I'm not sure there are. I don't own any other kits. I have learned enough through watching videos and tinkering with this and fixing this and getting this stuff straight to build this machine back here, which I'm still working on, and I'm working on videos for that. And they're going to be crappy because I watched some of what I recorded this the first time, and it was crappy too. I'm going to remedy that. Matter of fact, just ordered a new microphone and a new camera because these are crap. But I want to invite y'all on this journey of discovery, of learning. When I learn something, I'll try to explain it in a way that I would like it explained, and that's what I try to do. If you're a tinkerer, if you like to tinker, if you're just into friggin' 3D printing, because excuse me, but that right there, that is cool as crap. When you can feed some plastic in here, see this plastic that's feeding in over here? When you can feed this in and make something useful out of it, that is just cool. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's just fantastic, and I'm still excited about it. I've been through my fads. I've been through my hobbies. Went through guns. I went through knives. I went through fishing, hunting, which I've fished and hunted my whole life. Had guns my whole life. Still do. But I got into reloading. I got into drone flying, and I still got a drone. We got a decent drone. It flies really good. No, it's not a DJI. But none of them have captivated my attention and held my attention like 3D printing. Heard about 3D printing years and years and years ago. Always wanted to get into it. It was so expensive. I mean, really, unless you were in a business that you could use 3D printing, you didn't do 3D printing. And then they started coming down, and they were, $1,000 or $2,000, and then $800 and $500, and I just still couldn't justify spending that kind of money just for hobby. Well, then I started seeing these Chinese kits, and they were $230 and $240, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting into this. So I got to looking around on eBay one day, and I run across this Anet A8. Hadn't heard anything about it. This has been a while ago. It's $159. So for $159, I picked up my first 3D printer. $159 shipped to my door. My first 3D printer kit. Put it together. For the first month, I watched videos. I got on Thingiverse. I downloaded trinkets, but I printed upgrades. Frame upgrades. Bottom stiffeners, top stiffeners, belt tensioners, you name it. It was printed to make this print better. You learn a lot about the forces and how important things are on printers. All of those were done in the first month. Since then, this thing's printed pretty much non-stop. I mean non-stop for the last 4 or 5 months, 5 months, whatever it has been, 6 months. Then about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, I'm in the middle of a print and my filament flow went to nothing. I look up and my extruder motor was barely moving. So, new challenge. What the hell? So I checked it, plugged it into another port on the board, and extruded, and it extruded fine. Yeah, I don't know. Don't really know. Yeah, the motor was turning fine, basically. So I come to figure out that it was the stepper motor on, or the driver on the board, on the Anet board, had went out. Luckily, seeing how everybody had problems with the Anet, I pretty much ordered every part on the Anet as a spare. So I had a spare board. Plugged it in, sure enough, it just went right back to printing. Uploaded to Marlin firmware and went back to printing. So I have a board in here. Let me find it. Let me dig in my drawer here. I have a board. See? Board right here. And the E motor right here. This stepper driver right here doesn't work. And I believe there's a way that you can put an external on there. I may try that later on because the board's not bad. These power supply thing, they suck. when you can turn a screw and turn on the electronic, that's not good. Not good at all. So on the back of this one, I put an NG. I still have another one up there. And then after I did that, I got to thinking, well, you spent not a lot of money. I changed the hot end. You know, I got one of those knockoff E3D V6s, and it prints fantastically. Sorry to the E3D V6 guys. I forgot who they are, but the E3 guys. I can't afford your tips, man. 80 bucks. I just can't do it. I really can't. And it's weird because it's kind of like my girls in makeup. I can spend, you know, $1,000 on some things, and then some things when they're 40 bucks, I'm like, no, I'm just not. No, that's $40. I'm not spending $70 for a hot end. And yes, it's probably fantastic. You get a better warranty, and I wish I could support you, but I can't. Or not right now. I probably will end up getting one for it, or at least for this one over here. This, yeah, you know the deal. But back to the Anet. All right, so new hot end, new power supply, all of that's been put on this machine. I have spent enough money to buy a very decent, nice, higher end kit. Matter of fact, with my last purchase on it, could have got a damn good kit. Because I opted to upgrade to the mini Rambo board. And got rid of the MOSFETs and crap that was all stuffed in the electronics case over there. Because the MOSFETs and stuff on the mini Rambo are fantastic. So that's good. Got a mini Rambo. Just ordered one for this printer right here. Ordered it. This one's going to run with ramps first, but I ordered a mini Rambo because I love that board. Ultimachine is fantastic. Had a problem with the one I ordered. Did not order it from them. Sent it to them. He looked at it. They fixed it. They turned it around. I probably wasn't without that board for 4 days, and that's shipping it to them, them fixing it, and turn around shipping it back. That's fantastic. That's cut, and they were in contact with me the entire time on the phone and through email. So last night I ordered another one from them. Oh, and it shipped. I just got the email. It just popped up right then as we're talking about it. Isn't that amazing? I ordered it this morning. It just said shipped. That, come on, really? So this printer over here will be getting a mini Rambo. And the Anet has a mini Rambo. I keep calling it an Anet. It's not an Anet anymore. 4 of the 5 motors are still the Anet motors. The smooth rods, the lead screws, and the acrylic. That's it. That's all that's left of the Anet. So, yeah. It's the greatest printer I've ever owned, because it's the only printer I've ever owned. And it's taught me so much. And I have to give a shout out before I end this video to the 3 people, and I'm probably going to call out a few more, because there's 3 people that I have watched pretty much non-stop, and I've subscribed to several others, but I went back and watched Tom's 3D, Sanladerer, I believe is what you say his last name. If I'm wrong, Tom, I'm sorry. Every video he's ever done, watched every one of them from the beginning to now. His knowledge of 3D printing is extensive. I don't really care about the Halloween. I don't really care about reviews so much as I do about learning different things about how printers work. You know, I understand what Core XY is. I understand what Delta is. You know, I like to learn what those things are. Whether or not a Chinese kit is any good, you know, yeah, if I decide that I'm thinking about buying one, then I'm worried about that. Otherwise, not so much. I enjoy watching content that is educational for me. And in that, Tom is number 1. I mean, really is. My second, and close second, but it's a different category, is Joel from 3D Printing Nerd. Or the 3D Printing Nerd, not from. I've enjoyed watching his videos, because his excitement for 3D printing is my excitement for 3D printing. he still thinks it's cool 3D printing. I love it. It's got to be the coolest thing. I mean, come on. This thing is making a part that I'm going to use. As a matter of fact, this thing right here made this thing over here. This entire frame and pretty much every part on it except for screws, bolts, motors, electronics, and hotbed and smooth rods. You know, the steel parts you have to have. Everything else was printed over here. Everything. ABS and PLA right now. I'm actually thinking about getting some PETG. But it printed the entire printer. Hello? Rep anyone? And I say that quite a bit in my video about this. I haven't posted any of those yet, by the way, because I haven't watched any. And if they're as crappy as the first one of these I did, may not. And that's going to suck, because that's a lot of content. But this Anet over here has worked its butt off for the last 5 months. Making trinkets and Christmas presents and just stuff after stuff after stuff. And now it's made a printer. So this is an Anet's baby over here, and I'm going to take it to Midwest Rep Rack Festival. And I got off on my thing here. 3D printing nerd. Fantastic. Love his content. Love watching him. Fun to watch. Angus, Maker's Muse. Excuse me. Enjoy watching Angus. And I like Angus's live stuff probably better than some of his other things, because he's kind of all over the place, just like I am. I go here and I go there and I step out of, I get out of sorts. Let me see. Chris from Chris's Basement, love watching. Fun King 3D, Xander and his dad, they're in Florida just like I am. It's great. Ron Hunt done some good videos. There's lots of people. Barnacles. I mean, you just name it. There's content all over the place. If you want to watch content about 3D printing, it's your fault if you don't. My wife is tired of it. Believe me, she is tired of it. And now here I am putting content out about 3D printing. She's gonna hate that too. Anyway, let me cut this a little short. And follow along. I mean, come with me on my journey. If I learn something I think is cool, I will put it out. I'm going to try to do weekly videos on things I've learned, things I'm doing. Not going to, right now I'm not going to do any reviews. I'm not going to do any unboxings. I'm not really into unboxings, but you know, I'm not going to knock free 3D printers. I mean, you know, GearBest sends these guys printers to review, and Ultimachine, or not Ultimachine, but Ultimaker, and all these SLA printers that people get, and they do things. They get those. Dude, I would love that. I'm all for that. But right now, I'm building this one. This one's working its butt off over here, and I'd like you to come with me. This Country 3D. Bring a glass of sweet tea. Sit back, enjoy the time stories. Most of my videos will probably be shot in a multi-scene type way, because I love the way the live thing is. My internet here is not so great, so probably won't be doing very many live streams. And if I do, it'll probably be voice only. I don't know. I might be able to get video, but it's going to be crappy delayed. So, anyway, come with me. Enjoy the videos. Enjoy the time. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments. Subscribe and like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell me why. You know, don't be ugly, but tell me why. Come back and see me.